Hello everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to our new subscribers. Lovely to have you on board, and welcome to everybody. And so today we are going to be starting a new series on stamping techniques. I'd like to call this forgotten or lost stamping techniques, because they're techniques that used to be quite popular many years ago, but at least I've not seen them lately. So I'm going to start off with probably what sounds the most obscure, but it isn't really. It's called the Joseph's Coat technique. Now the reason it's called that is because, as you've probably guessed, we use lots of colours. So if you've got lots of ink pads that perhaps you don't use very often, especially your bright colours, this is the perfect excuse to get them out and have a go. So we'll do the inking first, then I'll show you, then we'll do the stamping, and I'll show you what the technique looks like when it's all together. So this video may be a little longer than usual, but stick with it, it's worth it at the end. So I've got 6 ink pads, which are sort of off camera, but you'll see what they are as we go along. Now I won't give you colours because it's entirely up to you. This process doesn't depend on the colours you use. All you need is a variety of different colours. So I'm going to, I'll tell you what we're doing as we go. I'm going to start with a yellow. So I think it's called Squeezed Lemonade. So I'm going to use my blending brushes. But if you haven't got a blending brush, just use some kitchen towel or toilet paper or something like that. Clean, obviously. So just use some, I'd say kitchen towel actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to start at the top. You probably won't see much to begin with, because this one's actually quite light. So I'm going to give it a bit of a scrub. Oh, that's a little bit better. In fact, I think some of these are a bit dry. I think I need some new ink pads. I haven't done any inking lately. So we'll just start off up here, and we'll go straight on to the next one. And the next one is a type of red. So I'm just going to load my brush with ink. Oh, that's a bit better. So put your second one on and blend it up into the first colour so that we don't have any harsh lines. So just use a circular motion. Sorry this table's a bit squeaky, but it's an old table. The table's like me, it's getting old and squeaky. So just like the squeak, we're going to carry on. So we'll do that. My next one is a blue. So I'll just quickly pop some ink on. And we just keep on doing this. We'll do this together in real time, because if you've never seen this video, or if you've never seen this type of technique, it's actually quite amazing once it's finished. Especially when you do the final bit, which is, of course, the stamping. I do apologise for my ultra squeaky table. I didn't realise it was quite that bad, but never mind. We're going to carry on anyway. Then I'm going to use a darker red. It's more like I think it looks like picked raspberry. Whether it is or not, I've no idea. Let's have a quick look. It is. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple more after this. Again, blend it up into your previous one so you've got a nice even blend. There's nothing I can do about that squeak, but we won't have to put up with it for long because I'm nearly finished. So we'll carry on just for a bit longer. Then I've got a lighter red, or an orangey. Well, it's actually more of an orange than a red. Difficult to tell when it's just in the ink pad. So we'll just, so as you can see now why it's called the Joseph's Coat technique. If you know the story in the Bible of Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat, you'll know there were a lot of colours, but we're not going to use that many. Goodness me, we've run out of paper and ink. And the final one I'm going to do is a green, just down the bottom. So we'll just pop this on quickly. Yes, there are spots of other ink, but it really doesn't matter, because where we do our stamping, we can probably miss that bit out. So I'm just, whoops. So if you're going to put your fingers on it to hold it down, put them on the edge because they won't show. So we will have to wash all those brushes in a minute. So once we finish, so I'll just very quickly get rid of the ink pads, because then I need to bring in my stamping platform, and as things stand at the moment I haven't got room to do that with all these ink pads open. So I'll just very quickly put those away, won't be long. There we go, we are done. So we've now got a really nice piece of brightly coloured paper, and as you can see the colouring isn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be. For this technique it really doesn't have to be. So, and I would also strongly recommend you put some waste paper down, because as you can see the colour does go over the edge and you don't want that going onto your lovely working surface. So you will need a dark colour ink. I'm going to use Chipped Sapphire Distress Oxide for this. You can use black if you want to for your stamping. And then what we do, I've already got my stamp, or they're two stamps actually. I've already got them lined up in my stamping platform. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop that in there. I'm just going to use a couple of magnets to hold it down. This particular stamping platform comes with 4, but I don't think I need 4. So then what we do, the magic to see how effective it is. Now, as I say, I'm going to use Chipped Sapphire, but any dark colour would be good. You could, oh, what am I doing? I don't need that. Going bonkers. You don't need to put the brush on. Dear me. So just stamp it up like that. It's because I've been using brushes. You can do it that way if you want to, but it's probably not the best way of adding ink to a stamp. So I'll tell you what, we'll do it both ways. We'll add a bit and then we'll try and do it the other way as well. So add a bit of and brush it over. We could do it this way. Actually, do you know what? That might be a good way of getting ink onto all those intricate bits. So perhaps we'll try it both ways and see how we do. So this might have to be done 2 or 3 times. In fact, it probably will. So we'll give it a good inking. And then what you do is you pop it over, and because we've got the springs, that doesn't touch straight away. So if you're happy with where you've got your stamped image, push it down. Do give it a few seconds to transfer. Don't just put it down and then take it up straight away, because it does need a few seconds to transfer. And as always, make sure you're stamping on a flat surface, because that helps as well. Lift up, have a look. Do you know what? That's not too bad. But I think we will just do one more. I think we'll just go over it one more time. That's not too bad. I've got a bit of clearing up to do by the time I finish, but never mind. So then put it over again, hold it down just for a few seconds, take it up, and you have your stamped image on your Joseph's Coat background. And now, isn't that wonderful? So it's so good. You don't have to worry about which colours go where, because doing this technique, it will look sensational, as you can see. So then all you do, obviously, you take your magnets off, and I've just allowed mine to click together, but never mind. We'll put them up there out the way so that hopefully they won't click together. I'll wash all that lot off in a minute. Then all you need to do, now I would strongly suggest you wait for the ink to dry before you do this next bit, especially if, like me, you've got ink all over your fingers. But we're going to risk it anyway. So take it out of your platform. I'm just going to put my platform to one side over here. I've got a piece of card, or a card, that I'm going to bring in. This is just an A4. This was just an A4 card cut in half, or folded in half, I should say. So what we're going to do now, we don't need all of that card. So what we do, cut down what you don't need. And if you do find you've got a few mucky finger prints, like I have, just cut them off, like that. And then turn it round, cut it roughly the same distance on the other side. And then all you've got to do is lay it down. We could cut our greeting card down if we wanted to. But all we've got to do then is lay it down like that. If you want to, pop a sentiment on the top. And you have got a wonderful card in almost no time at all. So that is the Joseph's Coat stamping technique. And that will be up on the top. You'll have seen it by now. And There are no measurements. You can do this on any measurement of card you want to do. But what I will do, just to help you out, in the description below, I will just add a general overview of how we create this in case you wanted to read it rather than listen to me rattling on. So there we go. There is our Joseph's Coat stamping technique. And when you come back on Friday, I will be showing out or trying out, because I'm trying these out before. This is the first time I've actually done this technique. I've never done it before. I've seen it done many times, but I haven't seen it lately, but I've never done it before. So this one I've done with you today is the first time I've done it. So that's a good way of trying things out. So even if you're a creator yourself, have a go. Make a mess, get dirty and have fun. And as I say, when you come back on Friday, I will be trying out or showing you a different stamping technique, which again, I haven't seen for a long time. So do pop back on Friday and see what I get up to next. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the week. Have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you Friday. And in the meantime, take care everybody, have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.